Hey everyone. Okay, so I think the place to start with this episode is Zoro fighting the Mihawk Seraphim, because I know that part alone is going to spark some discussion and maybe a bit of controversy among some people wondering, does this mean Zoro is stronger than Mihawk now at this point? Now, as far as my opinion is concerned, though, I'm not putting too much stock in that little fight, honestly, simply because when it comes to fighting clones or copies of a person, I always go for the idea that the copy is always at least half the strength of the original. So, in my opinion, Zoro wasn't even fighting a full version of Mihawk at its full strength. So it's one of those things that doesn't really matter, in my opinion. With that said, though, the episode also cuts away to Sphinx Island, where we learn the Marines attack the island looking for Whitebeard's treasure. And to me, even though we have seen many a scene of Marines abusing their authority simply by virtue of the fact that it really shows how I think this particular moment is kind of special in the sense where it does really show how truly fucked this whole system is. Like, at the end of the day, if you're not affiliated with the world government, then they can freely do whatever they want to you without facing consequences. In fact, yeah, if Weevil hadn't shown up that stopped them, then it could have been much worse. And with that said, let's talk about a rather intriguing exchange after cutting back to the aftermath of that event. Because we see shortly after that Weevil was captured by Ryokugyu, the real Buckingham Stussy shows up to tell Marco that the one who can verify Weevil's legitimacy as Whitebeard's heir is Vegapunk. And considering what we know about Vegapunk's history with dabbling in cloning technology, then this does kind of complicate things, because Weevil is actually a clone of Whitebeard. Then by technical rights, she's not wrong, but it is a very shrewd method to go about getting a hold of Whitebeard's treasure. But the one thing I'm still in the dark about is, why is she so dead set on getting hold of Whitebeard's inheritance? What is it about this treasure that makes it so important to her? That's the one part of this still hasn't been gotten to an answer, that hasn't really gotten an answer. The only thing I can think of it at present is that Whitebeard's treasure has some connection to the One Piece, or even more so to rocks, possibly. But that's as far as my theory crafting has taken me, because the other part of this for me is the question of why she consented to having a clone made of herself made at all, or did she even consent to that? That's kind of, again, one of the many questions with this. But okay. With that said, obviously we need to talk. With that said, let's talk about the big thing with this episode, which is that the episode ends with a pretty startling reveal that, yes, the one who escorting the one being escorted to Egghead by Kizaru is none other than one of the five elders, Saint Jaygarcia Saturn. And as Anakin Skywalker famously said in the Revenge of the Sith, this is where the fun begins. Because, yeah, with Jaygarcia taking the stage, things are going to go from bad to all manner of worse. Like, do not let the old age fool you. Jaygarcia is a monster more than anything else, and his appearance in this episode is quite literally a calm before the storm moment, because let's just say, when he arrives on the island, everything you can imagine going wrong is likely to go wrong with him here. And yeah, the whole answer of Kizaru's question about Jaygarcia meeting Vegapunk once a long time ago, that's definitely a bit of an understatement, to say the least, because because that one time was enough to really ruin several lives all in one single moment. Like that, it's one of those things where when reading the manga, of all the elders, I never expected Jaygarcia, of all people, to be the one to have the most overarching impact on everything surrounding the world of One Piece and its history. But yeah, without giving away too many spoilers, let's just say Jaygarcia is responsible for a lot of bullshit that has been going on with in One Piece right now. Like, it's like I can guarantee you guys by the time, like I can guarantee you guys be even before even before this, even before this whole like arc ends, you will come to loathe everything about Jaygarcia. Like, the man is truly the definition of a human monster, both figuratively and literally. Like, the kind of shit he's done is like has made me say multiple times, dude, fuck yourself, fuck you, and fuck everything you stand for. That's basically been my whole thing about it. Um, and yeah, aside from that, there's not a whole lot more to talk about. This again, it did. There was not as much as last time, but there was a little bit that felt like it was kind of the episode was kind of stalling to get to that like end credits. But again, it wasn't as much as like last episode. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much all I got for this review. If you enjoyed the video, like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitter, and on this Crunchyroll, but your notification bell, the subscribe button, and just share the video around, guys. Dark Knight, everyone, signing off. Later, everyone.